I'm sure Lincoln Riley in some fashion was asked this question, that there is a different type of pressure, and it's certainly a different college football scene and landscape moving from Norman, Oklahoma to Los Angeles, California, where you could perceive it on this side to say, well, in Norman, Oklahoma, you don't have to compete against the Dodgers and the Lakers and the Rams and the Chargers for the entertainment dollar. And you don't have that pressure to win big because you're going to pack out a stadium, whether you're 6-6 or 12-0. But on the flip side, if you're losing at USC, to a certain extent, outside of the college football world, you kind of like drift into obscurity in Los Angeles, whereas opposed to Oklahoma, much like Alabama, Ohio State, those certain places in college football, you're everything in that state. You mean a lot. You mean the world, and you get that microcosm type look and scrutiny. Did he address that difference in culture?
I don't. I think that I think that living in Los Angeles appeals to him, and he has a young family, so I think there's part of that. I didn't perceive anything overly specific along those lines. I would say this, that there is a line of thought floating out there. I don't know how real it is, but I do think it's an interesting discussion point, so it's worth discussing here, that when he went into Southern California and got all those recruits to bring them to Norman, was he playing a long game? And one has to realize that with the move to the SEC, when did that come down? It came down in late July. So some of those recruits were landed after the move to the SEC was announced. So, being honest and just trying to read between the lines, do you think that Lincoln Riley recruited those guys knowing that USC was his endpoint? I think there's a lot to that. I mean, I think that's an entirely valid line of thought, because like if you can sell someone away from Los Angeles to come to Norman, why would you do that only to then go to Los Angeles yourself, right? Like you wouldn't do that in isolation. Like you just have this tunnel vision, like my future's at Oklahoma, but then oh wait, I'm gonna go to Los Angeles. He probably had this idea in mind as soon as the SEC decision in late July, as soon as Oklahoma's move in late July was announced. And you probably saw this on Monday. The Oklahoma president said it would have been nice if we had a little more notice from Lincoln Riley. Well, isn't that rich?